I found someone who thinks gravel riding is I know, I couldn't believe it either. I don't know how you can find any negatives to this wonderful, ever popular side of cycling. So today, I've decided to invite said gravel skeptic out for a gravel ride and see if I can change their mind in the process. Oh my goodness. So Rich has left me for dead.
Yes!
I'm covered in boom! It's what I call hiker bike. Rich Payne, mountain biking hitter, off-road wizard and all-round lover of anything two wheels. He's been riding the rough stuff most of his life, and whilst he may admit to enjoying the odd ride on his roadie, most of the time you'll find him hitting jumps, steep trails and sending it big style. So when I heard murmurings of his scepticism for gravel, I was surprised. What does he have against this beautiful part of our sport? He doesn't own or ride a gravel bike, and I've heard he does have a tendency to roll his eyes at the mere mention of the G word. So I've sorted him out with a bike, told him to meet me here for my local loop. I'm hoping that I can change his mind. Hey mate!
Hello man!
So you're having fun already?
Yeah. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. Thanks for joining us. Now, but first off, tell us, what's your main reason for not liking the gravel bike?
Do you know what? I just don't get them. They're like an inadequate mountain bike and an oversized heavy road bike. So I don't get it.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and change your mind and get into it a bit more about why those reasons are for your kind of your hesitancy to gravel bikes. I think for us roadies, it's a way of kind of continuing our love of heading out, enjoying different routes and just getting a bit more of an option out there and finding those different sort of routes to explore. But let's hit it and let's get going.
So you got a route plan, have you?
Yeah, I've got a route plan.
All right, lead the way.
Few kind of gnarly bits, as you say, but also some nice scenic spots.
Okay. Any cups of tea?
Bit of coffee, maybe.
Oh.
We start our ride heading south from the city of Bath. This part of the UK is known for its small lanes, open access byways and farm tracks. I've planned a 35-kilometre loop which should take in some of the best local spots. A few rougher sections, yes, but if we stick to my plan, nothing too ridiculous. This is a gravel ride, after all. Right mate, you ready? First gravel sector, we'll call it.
I'm keen, I am genuinely keen to give this a whirl, so I'll let you lead out. We'll follow you.
This is a nice one.
All right man, let's do it.
Get rowdy, as you say.
Rowdy as. I'm doing it. I'm graveling.
Favourite little bits, mate. You get it. First thoughts from Rich, despite the scepticism, is that he's having a load of fun. Convincing him should be a walk in the park, especially seeing as the first gravel track of the day is an absolute belter. There you go, mate.
Oh.
First bit of gravel done. This is one of my favourite little stretches.
Yeah.
For me, it encapsulates what gravel riding is all about because it just extends what you can do on a road bike. You can go on to this sort of kind of quiet, car-free trail, if you can call it that, track.
Yeah, all right, your definition of trail and mine are a bit different.
Amazing view. When the sun's setting
Very
here,
nice up here.
It is absolutely banging.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
beautiful.
come here on my road bike, but on a gravel bike, it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, you're right. If I was to go on a road bike, I think you'd puncture straight away, wouldn't you? My argument here would be that, like, my XC bike is sub 10 kilos. It's 120 mil travel, full sus. It would make mincemeat of this. Some fairly slick tyres. I could blast it on the road. I don't know.
But if you're coming from a road background, the gravel bike allows you to continue that. It feels like you're still on your road bike, but with the wider tyres, with a bit more cushioning, bit more comfort.
That's a valid point. No, I'll give you that. It's almost a gateway into the mountain bike world then. It's like a gateway bike. So basically it's us slowly converting you.
No, gravel riding.
Converting you over.
Gravel riding is its own thing. It's not a gateway. It's not a gateway.
It's a gateway to mountain biking.
Okay, the argument continues. We'll head on.
All right, onwards.
Things are off to a good start then, and seeing as we're mixing up our route with both off and on-road sections, I can play my trump card as I woo Rich to the gravel riding way. enjoying a cafe stop as we pass through the next town. Of course, you can do this on Rich's usual mountain bike, but he seems to have forgotten this, much to my advantage. Haha.
Mate, that was good. That's part of gravel riding I could get on board with. You roadies love a coffee stop.
I wasn't sure if you were familiar with the concept of the cafe stop.
No, I don't stop.
You don't? Well, when you're on your mountain bike, you're off in the middle of nowhere.
That's true.
The gravel bike can take you back into towns.
I like
easy
it.
enough. Have a nice coffee, bit of cake.
You've won me on that part.
That's what it's all about. Bit of chit chat over
nice.
a brew.
Yeah, all right.
I feel like I'm winning you over, Rich.
Well, that part definitely did.
I feel like I'm wooing you.
Well, what's next?
Well, we've got a few more sections to do.
Okay,
A few more quite nice gravel bits this way. So I'm going to take us on a bit more of a loop.
Lovely.
And yeah, just keep you entertained.
Mate, let's do it.
I'm winning you over. This is going to be too easy.
That's a lovely bit of shortbread. Oof, delightful.
Shortbread eaten, we were fueled up for the remainder of the ride. Rich was barrelling along and I did my best to hold face and keep up. However, it turned out that the ride was becoming a little too tame for his liking.
Oh, it's lovely and picturesque around here, mate. I'll give you that.
It's a beautiful spot, nice. Beautiful spot to ride a bike. You've got loads of options as well, so link it all up.
You know the problem though?
What's that?
It's a bit tame, isn't it? I mean, la-di-da, British countryside. We're not even barely on gravel, mate. That's tarmac.
Okay. But the thing with the gravel bike is that it can pretty much almost do anything.
Big claim.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I do know a pretty rough session if we go down here. I've tried it before, it didn't end well. But let's see what you reckon. Come on.
All right, let's do it.
This is what the fun's all about.
Come on then.
Send it!
Let's go shred.
Let's go shred. Shred the gnar. Oh my days.
Let's go. See you, Connor!
Oh, goodness, this is what I remember.
Get on.
Oh, this is where my roadie colours come out. Oh, I mean it.
Yes. Ha! I'm doing it! This is pretty rowdy. Yoo-hoo! Yes! Gravel biking sick!
Rich has sabotaged my route, and whilst he's enjoying the challenge, this is beyond my skills and the capability of our bikes. Don't be fooled. Gravel riding isn't really this, and it'd be foolish to suggest otherwise. But I do see the value of us trying to ride this part of the route. Gravel bikes aren't trying to replace a mountain bike. For the rest of the route, they've been perfectly suited to the task. For this, just no. I think Rich understands that. I'm just gonna walk this bit. It's what I call hiker bike. Oh my days. Whoa! Oh Christ, I'm stuck in a gully! I can't get out! Oh, I'm covered in boom!
Is this gravel riding? Holy moly, that was pretty wild. I have no idea where Connor's got to. Big man! Look at that!
I'm alive! I'm alive, everyone! Oh my gosh, I did say that was a bit kind of tricky.
Tricky, yes. Jungle, no.
It was very jungly, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, dude, check it, like, to ride that, this is the bike I'd have used to ride that. Yeah, bit different.
Okay, I get your point, but I think on a serious note, it must be said that there are limitations to a gravel bike, and if you're riding a machine like this, that's a bit beyond it. I mean, you showed us how you could ride down that there.
Yeah.
But I think your skills are a lot better than mine, and maybe a lot better than most others as well.
Well, I mean, you know, what I think the problem is, it can just about do it, and it was wild. I gotta say, that was pretty wild riding down that. That was tough. But do you know, I think the bike will limit you. I think if you were to do too much of that on these bikes, I think you'd break them.
I think it's kind of pushing it a bit far.
Yeah, you're getting outside of its boundaries, aren't you then, really, I suppose?
Yeah, and whilst the gravel bike can do most things, doing that, and we had a lot of fun, we were laughing, it's not the most enjoyable thing to do for the whole day.
No, being a mountain biker, actually, I really enjoyed that, because that was pushing, like you blast down that. On my enduro bike, I blast down that, no problem. But on this bike, it was proper wild. It was like raw mountain biking again, like back in the day. So that actually did make it quite fun. So kind of the gravel bike, in a way, did win me over there, because it was so stupid.
There we go.
Yeah.
See, we're winning you over with stuff we're not supposed to win you over with.
I know. And where did you go?
Well, for me, that's hiker bike. That's a hiker bike section on a gravel bike. Anyways, we crack on with our ride.
Oh, tarmac. Thank goodness for tarmac.
Got a nice way to finish this one off. A bit less rocks, a bit more gravel. So coming to the end of our local loop, it's been a lot of fun, I think, personally. What are your thoughts now? Because when we set out, you really didn't know many of the roads and kind of tracks which we're about to head on to, and you've been coming here in this area for quite a while.
Yeah. I'm fairly local. So I think that the fun thing has been exploring some new spots that I probably wouldn't bother going to otherwise. And the fact that we can link up them on the road and then do some off-road is actually pretty cool.
So it does, you can see how it opens up, it broadens your horizons.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I do think, like, you know, sort of that we went back to, that if you are doing a road ride but you want to get a bit more adventurous, then it can broaden those horizons, should we say. And whilst you can do that on a mountain bike, you can do it on any bike you want. Of course, yeah.
I do personally believe that a gravel bike is the best tool for that particular sort of riding.
Yeah, go on, I'll give you that. It's probably a bit, it's niche is maybe not the word, specific, but it does it very well.
Okay, there we go. But I mean, it's a nice little loop. I've been having a great time with you. Thanks for being a good sport. It's been nice to be out in the sunshine. Let's crack on though, because there's a beautiful little spot to finish up on.
All right, to the end.
Woohoo! There we go then, mate. The loop is completed. We're on the edge of town now. This is actually kind of my little swim spot, so on a good day I tend to jump in for a little dip.
You don't fancy it today?
Well, we've had torrential rain recently and it's not the best idea, so but I thought I'd show you it just for future reference.
Do you know what? That was all right.
There we go.
My takeaway from this is, like, gravel bikes are less
It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
And if you're coming from a road background, it does really, I think, broaden the options you have close to home. You can do a big loop, you can go places you wouldn't have before, you can have an adventure. You can, if you want, take on slightly more techie stuff if you're feeling brave.
Yeah.
Not sure we'd recommend it, but it is a bit of fun trying it.
I think, like, in all seriousness, my big takeaway is that it does, like you said, broaden what you can do. So if you are new to maybe going off-road, then this is a great way of getting that access to the tracks and stuff that you definitely wouldn't do today on a normal road bike, right?
Exactly.
And getting away from the hustle and bustle of town. I can look at the places we've gone today and, you know, chilled out and had a chat and a bit of bants and all that, and you can't do that sometimes.
And I don't think the gravel bike is trying to go up against any form of mountain bike. Like, if you can ride whatever bike you want, but if you have a mountain bike, then great, like, go ahead.
Yeah, of course.
Whip away on it. If you're thinking of getting into a bit of off-road riding, you're coming from that road style of things. Yeah, gravel bike is a great shout.
Yeah, I'm like 50% converted now.
There we go. I feel like that's a bit of a victory.
Yeah,
But it's been a cracking day. Thanks so much for joining me on it, mate. It's been absolutely amazing. And let us know down in the comment section below, do you ride a gravel bike? Has this video maybe convinced you to try a bit of dirty riding?
Or let us know. Mate, thank you. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you. See you in the next video.